Hi again, guys. Um, right now we're going to take a look at week one's assignment, which was on the foundations of cybersecurity operating systems and terminologies, and we're going to try and draft out a solution of how that was supposed to be done. So out of that, I started grading the assignments, of course, and these were the instructions you were given. Obviously, the objective is for you to practice some of those basic commands that we learned. Okay. And practice that shell navigation. Okay, so this you could have done on either the terminal window of your Windows prompt, the Mac OS, or the Linux bash terminal, either. Okay, and for as we proceed through, I'm going to be going through for both Linux and Windows. Okay, although I specifically preferred that you wrote this for Linux because pretty much the entire assignment will be based upon Linux. So I'm going to hook up my terminal. It says open the terminal window. Okay, so here's my terminal window. Okay, navigate to your home directory using the appropriate command for your operating system. And for Windows, that's just CD to the home path. Okay, so CD with the wavy line, if you remember that, would take you home. And by default, you will be home. Okay, for Linux. And then if you were doing this from Windows, it's CD percent home path. And for Linux quite as well, apart from doing that to take you home, you could have also said CD and then used the question mark and then home variable to still take you home. Let me give you an example. Let's suppose and propose I am in the root. Okay, in the root of the hard drive, which is not really my home, isn't it? If I write pwd, you can see that's not my home directory. However, if I use that CD wavy line, it takes me back home, isn't it? Let me go back where I was. Now let me just say CD question mark variable home. It still takes me to the very same place. So that's another way you could have done that. Okay. So anyway, anyhow, I'm in the home path. So let me just say CD question mark home. Okay, I'm in the home path. Then create a new directory named cybersecurity assignment using the mkdir command. So I'm gonna say make directory called cybersecurity tech assignment. Like so. Fair enough, isn't it? Okay, then navigate to that newly created directory using the cd command. So we use the cd command to go into a folder. So that's cybersecurity tech assignment. Like so. Now you can notice that the prefix there kind of changes as well. Okay. Alright. Then inside that directory create 3 subdirectories. So it's we're pretty much following the steps. So you create those 3 directories: documents, scripts, and logs. Okay, using that mkdir command. So mkdir to make a directory. We're making a directory called documents. You can hit enter to create it alone and then do the other one for scripts and then do it again for logs. Or you can do it all in one line. Scripts, logs. So do it all in one line. Okay. I've created the folders. Okay. Navigate to the documents directory. So you're now supposed to go into that documents folder that you just created. I'm gonna cd into documents. Like so. Okay. Cd into documents. Then once I've cd'd into that documents folder, you're going to create a new file named confidential_info using the touch command. So the touch command is used to create a file which is pretty much empty. So I'm going to touch a file called confidential_info.txt. Perfectly so. Okay. Return to the parent directory using the cd and 2 dots command. So the parent directory is now the security assignments, yeah. So cd 3 dots, go to the previous folder, parent folder. Okay, and then we're going to navigate into the scripts. So let's cd into scripts. Okay, and then we're going to create a empty file called backup.sh inside that one, so using obviously the touch command called backup.sh, like so. Okay, and then we're going to return back to the parent folder. We're following the steps once again. and we should navigate into the logs using the cd. So we're going to cd into logs. Okay, and then we're going to create 3 empty log files: error log, access log, and system log, using the touch command. So I'm going to touch, okay, error.log, system.log, and access.log, like so. Okay, created those. Then list the contents of the cybersecurity assignments directory to verify that all directories and files have been created using the terminal, or they said using ls or using the dir command. Okay, so how do you do this? So we actually have to go back to the parent folder. Okay, so let's cd 3 dots. Okay, now we're back to the assignments folder. Okay, then what we're now going to do is we're going to use ls to show that the documents, logs, and everything has been created. Or you can use the dir command to also list them out. The output is very much the same. Then you're then told to remove the logs directory and all the contents that are in it. So we're going to use that to remove and that rf. Okay. If you're doing this from Macintosh or Linux, you're going to use that. And if you're doing it from Windows, it's going to be that rmdirsq command. Because I'm doing this from my Linux, I'm going to use rm tech rf. Okay, and then the name of the folder. In this context, it's logs, like so. So now it's gone. Okay, and then again they said list all the contents of the directory again to verify that logs has been removed. Let me use ls to do this. You'll notice that logs is now being removed. Okay, another thing to note now is that there's many ways of doing this. Oh, of course, once you've done with this assignment, you had to take a screenshot of it. And taking a screenshot is as easy as typing using the keys on your keyboard. You can use the Windows key, which is the key with the flag, and print screen, which is PRTSC. Okay, you put them together like so. It should be able to take a picture. If it doesn't, it's maybe because your PC has a second function key, which is written FN on your keyboard. So you click on the FN key and then that print screen, that PRTSC, like so, and you saw it has taken a screenshot. And then I can save this, and then of course once you get to this part, you have to submit it. And of course by this point in time, the assignment has already been overdue. So the thing I wanted to point out was, if you were to use ls, of course it would show you what's in your parent directory. You can use this wonderful thing called tree. Okay, and obviously by default, if you try tree on your Linux, it will not show you. Okay, it will not show you because you actually need to install it. So if you try tree, it will give you some sort of an output like that. So you have to install tree. So you'll use sudo apt install tree. Okay, and then you type in your Linux administrator's password, or root password rather. Okay, and it will perform the installation. But again, this is not important. This is not part of the solutions for the assignment. It's just some further information that you might find useful along the way. So we'll wait for it to read the package list. So just a bit of a background of what tree is. Tree is just a command that we use to give us a layout of everything starting from the parent folder going down to all the individual folders, and if subfolders, it will also show them. So it's almost like mapping out everything starting from where you are up until the end of each and every folder that exists. So if I now say tree, now that the installation has been completed, if I then say tree, it will give me something like this. So this is where I am. But where I am, there's a document called documents. There's a folder called documents, and there's a folder called scripts. Inside documents, there's confidential info.txt, and inside scripts, there is backup.sh. It just lays out everything starting from where you are. So then again, that is the solution for your assignment, and I can't wait to see what you guys have for this week's assignment. I will see you all in the next one.